One of the most controversial topics in lawn care surrounds soil tests. People are on completely different sides of the fence when it comes to this topic. Some say it's a complete waste of time, and others, like me, say it's extremely important if you want to get good results. So if you want to find out more information about what soil tests I use, which ones give you the best results, what my thoughts are in getting the best results from your soil test, and then what to do once you get your results back, you have checked out the right video. My name is Devin. I'm the DIY lawn coach. Let's get into the video. First of all, thank you so much for checking out the video. I'm a DIYer just like you, and my goal with this channel is to help you have a really nice looking lawn. So first, I want to address the elephant in the room, and that is to those people that say you don't need to do a soil test. I will agree with you. You do not have to do a soil test to have a really nice looking lawn. But you go to the doctor once a year, right? For your yearly checkup. And the doctor checks you for high blood pressure, he checks you for diabetes, he makes sure all your ligaments and your arms and everything are moving right. And the purpose of that is to tell you what you need to work on. Have you gained weight over the years? Have there been changes in your health history? All it does is set a baseline. Now I understand that your lawn is not nearly as important as your health, but I would say that having a soil test is only going to give you a baseline. It's just like going to the doctor once a year. It's going to tell you what you need to work on, what you need to improve on. The doctor tells you you've put on 5 pounds, well, then you should probably lose 5 pounds. If you go to the doctor and he says you've got high blood pressure, you should probably do things to correct your high blood pressure. And a soil test is no different. A soil test is going to tell you if your pH is off, if you need to add more nitrogen to your soil, if your phosphorus levels are off. All it's doing is setting a baseline. So yes, you do not need to do a soil test every single year. But if you want to have a really nice lawn, it's going to help you achieve the goals that you're looking for by setting the baseline and telling you what you need to work on throughout the rest of that season. But I highly recommend that you do one. Let's talk about how often you should do a soil test. I believe that you should do a soil test at least once per year. Now sure, if you have a really nice looking lawn and you want to go 2 or 3 years in between soil tests, that's perfectly fine. But again, the purpose of a soil test is to set a baseline for where you are in the lawn and the things that you need to work on. Depending on your situation, you may want to break up your soil test and do it in different sections. For example, my front lawn. Maybe I want to do a soil test in the front to understand what's going on in the front versus the back. You know, there are these things called microclimates and things change. I've got a bunch of pine trees in the backyard. And so if I take a soil test of my entire yard, it may skew my results. I may not get as accurate of results on the front if I were to blend everything together. So maybe you want to divide up your soil test and do multiple soil tests, but at the end of the day, I recommend that you do a soil test at least once per year. So when is the right time to do a soil test? Well, there are really 2 times of year that I would recommend doing a soil test, and one of them is right now. As long as your ground's not frozen and you don't have snow on the ground, you are perfectly fine to do a soil test. As long as you can pull out a good core and get a really good sample, go for it. So the reason why I say do it right now, there's a couple different reasons. Number one, doing a soil test now gives us the entire rest of the season to work on fixing the things that we need to fix in our soil test. If our pH is low, if our nitrogen levels are low, or our phosphorus levels are low, we have the entire season through our applications to be able to make changes to our soil. We're going to be applying fertilizers, we're going to be applying products to our lawn because it's growing. So why not work on our soil throughout the season and get it moving in the right direction? The other reason why I say right now is the best time is because we haven't done anything to our lawn in several months. There's no fertilizers out on the lawn. There's no phosphorus laying down in the soil. It's all been absorbed. It's all been taken in. So when I go do my soil test, I'm not going to get any skewed results. It's not going to pick up anything that maybe I've applied to the lawn recently. The second best time to do a soil test would be in the fall, right before you aerate and overseed. And the reason why I say that is just because you're going to be putting down grass seed and you really want your grass to have all the nutrients and things that it needs to go into that fall period. And so having a soil test, again, is just going to tell you your baseline of what you need to know. But no matter what time of year you pick, it's really important that you stay on that schedule. So if you normally do a soil test in the spring or you normally do a soil test in the fall, make sure you stay on that schedule because you want to make sure that your results are consistent year in and year out. So what soil tests do I use in my own lawn? And it's really simple. I use the Yard Mastery soil test kit. It's actually made by the folks at My Soil. And this is what I've used for the last 4 or 5 years, and it delivers great results. They come back really fast, and it's really easy to do. But I'm going to try something new this year. We're going to actually do 2 different soil tests. We're going to use the My Soil, and then I went to my local Lowe's Hardware. Actually, I didn't even know they sold these, but this is a product from Stay Green. This is also a soil test. So what I'm going to do in the next video for next week for you guys is we're going to actually do the soil test together. We're going to walk around the lawn. I'm going to show you how I do my soil test, what I think about, and how I'm going to get the best results. And we're going to do it for both. We're going to use it for the My Soil and we're going to use it for the Stay Green. And then we're going to compare the results and see which one's more accurate or which one we like better. Obviously, this one you have to buy online, so this one you'd have to have on hand. And this one, you just simply run to the store and go get it if your store has it in your areas. And then we're going to mail the test off. We're going to wait a couple weeks for the results to come back. And in the third video in this series, we're going to sit down together. We're going to go over the results so that if you're in a similar situation, you know what I'm going to be doing so that maybe you can do that as well. Thank you so much for checking out the video. But before I let you go, I'm giving away a free copy of my pre-emergent guide to everyone who is subscribed to my email list. So please take 1 second, go to my website, thediylawncoach.com, sign up for my email alerts, and I'll send you a free copy of my pre-emergent guide. With all that, thank you so much for checking out the video. I can't wait to see you guys next week when we're going to be doing a soil test together. My name is Devin. I'm the DIY Lawn Coach, and I can't wait to see you in the lawn. Peace.